quiet in my office today. Okay, Lisa, I tagged you. Did you get tagged? Hey, okay, I need to bring you on camera. Why won't it let me bring you on camera? It says you're watching, woman. It gives me the option to do that with everybody but you. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. Hey, Frank. Hey, Juanette. Lisa, when I tag you, it doesn't give me the option to bring you on camera. So what are we doing here? Okay, I don't know how to do this. I'm going to have to untag you, Lisa, I guess, in order to bring you on. Request to be in your broadcast. Ah, good girl. I guess you kind of know what you're doing. Look, she's there. Can you hear me? Lisa? Lisa? I see your face, but I don't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? See, I knew you don't get good reception at your place, do you? Where do you get good reception, Lisa? So I'm going to be on this all by myself. I can see it now. Well, hey, everybody. Lisa's supposed to be able to talk on this with me because my voice is terrible. Because I'm still, believe it or not, still sick with allergies. And I don't know if it's going to let me bring her on. Let me try again. Approve. Add. Connecting. There she is. Can you hear me? I can see your face, but It looks like you're frozen. Are you?
Allergies still bothering you?
Yes. My eyes are leaking like I'm crying. You're going to keep freezing, I have a feeling. You don't have any other place you can go where you have better reception? Oh, I see you moving now. I think we're going to have this problem the whole time. I'm not sure where you are, where you have good reception. Nice mouth picture. Okay, well, we're supposed to be doing this remotely. Okay, I see you now, and looks like you're moving around. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, it looks like it might be working. Okay, so you need to talk while you can, because I don't know how long I'm going to have you. Did you move someplace else? Well, welcome everybody to Travel Talk Tuesday. Lisa and I have decided to try this remotely from two separate locations and see how it works, because we're going to try different things out this time and do some live stuff at different locations so that we can be a little more interactive. So we have some topics tonight. We are going to do, we decided on doing a destination, picking a destination. Lisa picked the destination for tonight. What's our destination, Lisa? I'm also on YouTube running, so we'll see how that goes. What's our destination, Lisa? Stop playing with your hair.
Cabo.
Cabo. Okay. So, did you do any research? What research did you do?
I
did. Yay! Okay, so you go first.
Well, I found out that last year, Cabo was like one of the murder capitals of the world.
Oh my gosh. Great research.
Cabo still managed to go up 4% in tourism over the last year because they beefed up their security and they brought in the Mexican Marines. So it is now very, very safe, and they have done over $50 million in renovations to make it a more luxurious location.
Well, well, I guess you redeemed yourself then. When you said the murder, when you said the murder capital, you scared the bejesus out of me. Well, I had heard off property was not a great thing when I did my research. So I heard that, I learned a couple things about things you can do down there, but I had heard there were a lot of pickpocketing problems, and going off resort was not recommended. So, but I did not see that it was the murder capital. So I was glad I didn't see that.
It wasn't like named the murder capital, but the homicide that was
the homicide that what? You went away. What did you say about the homicide?
70% was in Cabo.
Okay. Well, I heard about one that was highly publicized, but found out that it was not actually on any kind of resort area, that it was actually at some other location. So, I mean, I tell all of my.
None of it was in the resort. All of it was outside of the resort, and all of it was like personal.
Okay. Well, I recommend to all of my clients to stay on resort and to. I didn't catch that. What'd you say? Yeah. Well, I agree with staying on resort. Um, that would be the same as Mexico. Yes, Cabo is like. Oh, where did I read about it? It's like the tip of Baja California area. So, did you know that there's whale watching down there? I, I did not know that there is a whale watching season in Cabo. Did not know that. It used to be the place that. Yeah, it used to be. When did I see the whale watching season was? There is a time. Okay, whale watching season is between mid-December and mid-April is when I guess the whales go south. And then I guess they head back up north after that. So I was curious about that because it'd be great to be able to not have to go to Alaska to do whale watching. I don't know how prominent or how close or how far out you have to be for whale watching. That's going to have to be another research moment for me to find out about that. But I was really glad to hear about that because that's one of the things that we want to do when we go on our Alaskan cruise is for the whale watching. So the fact that you can do that on that side to me of the Pacific Lower is good. So what else do we know about Cabo? Still frozen. Did you hear me? Well, the research that I did.
I didn't hear you.
Okay, yeah, you keep coming and going, so I only get bits and pieces of what you're saying. So we may both have to just keep talking until we're able to get more information through. Through my research, I learned that Cabo was the Hollywood elite's place to go in the 70s. That's, believe it or not, before my time. My party time was the 80s. That's when I graduated from high school. So, really, my age appropriate party time was the late 80s because I started having babies in the 90s. So, I was pretty busy in the 90s. So, there wasn't much party going on in the 90s. I had 4 kids in the 90s. So, yeah, so that's what I read. That there's 18-mile stretch of highway in that area. There's lots of beaches. There's lots of what is it called? specific type of beaches. It's been called the #2 destination for spring break. I know Florida is a big spring break destination, and actually, so is Corpus is a big, or Padre Island here in Texas is big spring break. It's also #5 for spring break as well. Yes, I'm on the air. What are you looking for? My husband just walks in and out, looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay. What else do you have about Cabo?
The rock formation things that you see, the whole the marks that you can see in Cabo. One really cool one, I can't remember the name of it, but it kind of reminds me of the movie The Goonies when they were looking for the treasure, One Eye Willie, and it was like a big arc thing.
Oh, I saw that too.
Yeah, and it was like really, really pretty. The water is so beautiful. It makes me really, really. I mean, that's something that I wanted to do for Christmas this year, but probably not happening. But I definitely do want to, go there. But I don't want to go like, during spring break and summer where everybody else is going. I definitely want to go like Christmas or something like that. And it seems like the weather is really good year round, even if it would be nice to go on the beach at Christmas time and stuff. So it's definitely something that it's not a destination that you have to go to like in the summertime. It's a destination that's good year round.
Yeah, I saw that as well. It had that listed as well. What you need? Thank you. Just sit down. He brought me food, which I won't be eating on air, I promise. Okay. They say what I read. Whale watching between December and April. Tropical storms, of course, same hurricane season. I do believe that we have. September weather, 91 to 74 is the averages. I read a lot of sports fishermen go there for marlin, tuna, and dorado. Don't know what dorado is. I know what marlin and tuna is, but don't know what the other one is. They say there's a lot of catamaran cruises. I do know that it is the cruising port that goes out of LA. That's where it goes, is Cabo. So it's a big cruise port. They recommend that you use the resort areas after the cruise lines leave, so that there's not as much activity, I guess, because they're only there until a certain time, so you're able to I guess have more nightlife later after the cruises pull out of port, which makes sense. I didn't realize, because I went through customs so fast when I went to Mexico. I knew that we filled out paperwork. Well, it was my first time leaving the country. So I had my passport, and I know there's certain places where you have to have visas as well. The Dominican Republic is one of them, and it costs $10 for that one. But I did not realize, and it's not called a visa in Mexico. It's called a visitor. What is it called? It's called a tourist permit, is what it's called. And I knew that they gave it to us on the plane, but I wasn't I didn't really know what I was filling out because it was my first time. Because I flew into Mexico City and then I boarded a smaller plane and then we flew to Ixtapa because I went to Club Med when I went down there. So you fill out a Mexican tourism permit and it's free. We don't have to pay for them. They give it to you on the airplane. So, but you do have to keep it. You don't, they do their stamp or whatever, and you don't throw it away because you have to present it again when you come back to get out of Mexico. And I remember that. I remember having it, but I did not know exactly what it was called because that was my first time. So we all learned.
You know what I would do?
You would put it somewhere that you couldn't find it, and then you'd be scrambling for it, and then we'd be waiting in line, and we would be you would. So now you've been informed early about what you need to do so that you can be prepared. I had to eat that because it looked too good. Okay. So of course there are currencies, pesos. I don't know what the conversion rate is, but I've always heard not to convert a lot because if you decide you want to cash back in, it doesn't cash back in very well, or they don't like to do it, and then you're stuck with pesos that you can't spend. And they usually take American money, so you really don't have to get pesos. I guess unless you could really go off the beaten path, which I have no intentions of doing.
Absolutely.
Because, I'm a scaredy cat because I haven't done a lot of international travel yet. So until I become more comfortable, that's what I'll be doing. So that was our destination of choice for this episode. So what else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about myths. Now we talked about the myth of safety, I guess, and we talked about the best time to travel. So that kind of leads us to the different myths. And on the flyer, I put the myth about when the best time is to book your travel. So I have learned through consumers, when do you think a lot of consumers want to travel at one particular time usually? And we know what that is. So, when do you book most of your trips to the Caribbean, Lisa?
Summer.
Yep. And what do all of your clients usually say?
I want to go in the summer or when the kids are out.
And they also say when it's what?
When it's hot.
Or financially, what do they say?
When it's the cheapest.
Yes.
It's contradictory because summer is the most expensive time to travel.
Yes, and that's the myth. I mean, they always say, "Oh, I want to go in the summer when the kids are out of school when it's the cheapest." Right. When the kids are out of school is not when it's the cheapest. That's when everybody wants to go. So what do people do? What do businesses do when everybody wants to go?
Check those prices up.
Yes, ma'am. So that's the highest peak season. So that's when it's the most expensive, not when it's the cheapest. So if you think because you're going during summer vacation, you're going to get the best prices, you are wrong. That's when you are going to get, it's going to be the most expensive. It's going to be the most expensive in summer or spring break. Those are usually the two highest times that you're going to pay.
Well, anytime that the kids are out of school, it's going to be more expensive because what I found is a lot of people like to travel over the Christmas holiday, and that's more expensive as well.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
on cruises.
Oh, yeah. And even like Disney and things like that, it's the most expensive time because that's when kids are out of school. So that's when they want to go. So naturally, the cheapest time for like cruising is, of course, hurricane season, of course, and when everybody's in school because, people don't want to take their kids out. So, that's just the way it is. So if you need to do it during that time, you just absolutely need to plan ahead of time and budget, make payments.
Definitely.
And that's what I tell.
Kind of back a little bit on that the hurricane season one, because a lot of myths is that it's dangerous to travel on a cruise during hurricane season, and that is not correct as well. I've been doing a lot of research on that because I do have some people that do prefer to cruise during hurricane season because it is inexpensive, and it's really inexpensive. And so I did a little bit of research, and cruise ships are almost built like the military or something, like a storm shelter, and they're actually very safe to be on a cruise. And I have, when in my research, I have not found that anyone was hurt or anything during a hurricane on a no. What they had a problem with was pretty much seasickness.
Yeah.
I can imagine that the sea would get, rough and it would shake more. And what usually happens, like if you're on a cruise during a hurricane, I remember when Hurricane Harvey hit, some of the people had to port in New Orleans longer than usual. Who doesn't want a free extended vacation? So.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and they,
entertainment and everything, and your package is free.
Right. Well, and they know all the routes. It's not like they don't do this all the time. So they know, what to do and where to go. So, so they divert to something, a different, I don't even know how to call it, a different way, to avoid as much of it as they can. So, it's their job to know. So that's what they do. And you can get some really, really, really good deals during hurricane season.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I just.
Like the cheapest.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just sent a friend and her husband on one, and they went on a 5-day, and they paid like $800 for two people. And that's including their taxes. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a really good time to cruise. I mean, I went during hurricane season on my first cruise, and I had no problems with it at all. None.
Well, I mean, you're already on the water. Usually, the biggest problems that we have with hurricanes is flooding. So.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to worry about that, huh? Just be a little extra rocking on the boat. That's it. Yep. One of the other myths about cruises is that people can fall overboard. Yeah. If you've ever been on a cruise, if you get off that boat, you're jumping. I promise you, you're not falling. You're jumping. Because the side rails are not made where you can fall. You have to climb in order to do it. So it's definitely a choice if you want to go overboard. Yeah, you got to work real hard to fall overboard. Most. I don't even think I could do that. Most definitely. So, I mean, I don't see that happening at all. Okay, so what else are we going to talk about tonight?
definitely want to give a major shout out to Shreveport, Louisiana, for hosting us as we conducted travel training. They were very gracious. They made sure everything was accessible to us and that we had a space to meet and everything, and it was awesome. And I definitely want to send a huge shout out to Woodnet, our brand newbie, for making that journey and getting that training and for driving us.
Oh, yes, that was great.
I want to make a major shout out to Melissa on her first travel training as an ambassador. She did an awesome job, guys. So everybody got a lot of good information.
They really seemed to be very engaged and very eager to learn. So I think it was a great experience for our first time. We actually learned some information while we were there as well. It was good practice for us. I enjoyed my time. You did a great job as well. We did learn time management because both of us are so excited. Most definitely, because both of us are, when it comes to travel, always have a lot to say. And so we run out of time. So we kind of had to hurry up at the end because we, went over. We actually went over like 30 minutes. So we have a whole bunch of people that are logging on. Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Most definitely. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. So, of course, anybody who has any questions about anything, please put your questions in here and we'll try to answer anything that we can about anything that, you may have. This is a new forum for us. We're going to try to, go to other locations and be a little bit more accessible than being in one spot like we have done in the past. I didn't really pull any prizes or anything this time because we didn't have a lot of questions last time. So I wasn't sure what everybody, I didn't do a trivia question either. I didn't think about that this time because we still have nobody answered our trivia from last time. So I guess we could, use our trivia from last time if we wanted to. What do you guys think the number one travel destination is as of 2017? Anybody that thinks, I was too. Anybody that hears that question, what the number one travel destination as of 2017 is, please type it in. I want to see if anybody at all has any idea of what it is because I was shocked. I'm going to give you two questions. The international travel destination and the U.S. travel destination. Okay, somebody said Cancun. Nope, not Cancun.
You would think so, though.
Yeah, there are a lot of people. Not Mexico. Nope. Think bigger. Disney wasn't even on the list. I was shocked. It wasn't even in the top 30 at all. I thought everybody wanted to go to Disney. And it used to be, I did that last year. I did that question last year, and it was. Florida is not number one internationally or U.S. Neither. There's 3 top cities for the U.S. and it's not in the top 1. Juanette says Jamaica. Nope, not Jamaica.
Nope, not Jamaica.
I wonder if you Google it. Okay, Rhonda says Vegas. Vegas is in the top 3? Huh? What'd you say?
Yeah, I thought that was it.
What?
I thought that was Vegas was in the top 3 for U.S.
Yes, it was in the top 3, but it was not number 1 in the U.S. So we're looking for the number 1 destination internationally and the number 1 destination in the U.S. Hey, Chris, how are you? Not France, Rhonda. You guys are going to be shocked when you find out what it is. I was really surprised.
It should be Houston.
Yeah, it should be, but it's not. Number 1 destination, U.S. Yes, Winnette got it right. Number 1 destination for the U.S. is New York. Yes. Now, what?
Yay,
Good job. How about the number 1 destination international? Anybody have any more guesses? Hey, Chris. A lot of people.
I'm not sure anybody's going to guess that. That's weird.
It's really hard. I mean, it was not. I had no clue.
Me either.
I mean, and that was based on a tourism magazine. So, it's a travel magazine that did the study. So, go figure. It is not Japan, but you're getting close. It's not Dubai. It's not Dubai, but I thought it was Dubai also. Not Spain. Nope. Think off the beaten path.
I don't know about that. Look, Melissa.
I see, but I mean, does that count?
I don't know. Oh, look.
I need an exact town.
I need a city.
City, yeah.
City. International city.
Not Australia. Not Africa. Not Vietnam. It's
City.
what you're in the right region.
Definitely.
You are getting warmer. Not Kenya.
You guys were right on top of it.
You're getting close. Shanghai's close. Keep naming major cities over there. What was the movie that just came out with The Rock?
My baby daddy made a movie.
Yeah, your baby daddy made a movie.
It's not Shanghai. You guys are really close, though.
Not Bangkok.
No,
Keep thinking.
Main cities.
There's one main city you all haven't said.
That's it.
Hong Kong, Winnette, got it. Hong Kong. That is the number 1 international destination is Hong Kong. That's it. Good job, Winnette. They predict that 25.7 million people will go to Hong Kong now. And they predict by 2025 it will be 44 million people will visit Hong Kong. Can you believe that? That's a lot of people.
No, I mean, I've never booked that. I've never had anybody ask for that. I don't.
That's the movie. That's it, Latanya. That's the movie. Skyscraper with your baby daddy, The Rock.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know there was no baby daddy in there.
Yes, actually, we went to see the movie. It was pretty good. But yes, Hong Kong is the number one international destination, and New York is the number one U.S. destination. And there were three U.S. destinations that were listed out of the U.S., and none of them were Disney World. None of them. I was shocked. So, number one was New York. Number two, somebody said the state, but they didn't list the city. Number two was Miami. And number three was Vegas. So those are the top three in the US. But it seems to me in the top 30 that China is really raking in as far as people going. I mean, in the top 10, the Orient is very hot. Number one is Hong Kong. Number two is Bangkok. Number four is Singapore. And there's a couple others that I can't pronounce. Dubai is number 6. Number 3 is on my bucket list. Anybody remember my bucket list? London is number 3. And they say that number 3 is so popular because it's so kid friendly, is what they say. I like the idea because that's a place that my husband really wants to go to. But what I like so much about it is I want to go to Paris. So you can book your trip to London and then you can take a train ride to Paris as an excursion. So I thought that was pretty cool.
It's free?
No, as an excursion, goof. Excursions aren't free. So that will.
You're waking up. It's raining here and it's messing with my signal.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's raining here because I'm in my office, so I don't know. Yeah, Dubai is on the list. Actually, it's number 6. They predict the growth rate for Dubai will be, it's going to increase by 7%, 14.8 million, 8 million people going to Dubai. But they're also. Mm-hmm. But do we know why people pick Dubai?
What I've noticed about Dubai that was kind of surprising to me was that it's kind of like a resort destination in the desert.
Well, and it's also been called one of the and I don't know it to me it's an oxymoron. It's one of the least expensive luxury areas.
Well,
I mean,
I can kind of see that.
why not? Says because camels. I have no desire to ride a camel. None. They spit. Not into camels at all. Now, if I went to Egypt, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe the pyramids, but a camel just doesn't. I mean, to me, that's so much higher than a horse. I'm not. No. I'm not thinking that's my place to go at all. So those are.
Really fond of visiting the Middle East as a resort.
Yeah, but there's so much. They say that there was one destination on there in the Middle East, but that's because it is it's a what do they call it? Sacred city, Mecca. Mecca, Saudi Arabia is number 19. And they project that they'll host 8.7 million international visitors by the year. A lot of people talk about going to see the Holy Land once in their lifetime. I can see that.
Definitely. That's a good. Well, I mean, that's a major reason why it's high on that destination list, especially to Muslims and Christians.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's a diverse. A lot of different religions and cultures want to visit that because it is the holy city. So I definitely would love to go at some point. I'm not sure when that would be because of our times right now, but hopefully someday that'll happen. We shall see.
Yeah, not right now.
They actually say that now's a good time to go to Egypt because it's cheaper, duh, because they're trying to build their tourism because of everything that's going on. But they say it's safe right now. It's safer than the others. My brothers used to go there with the military. They would go to Alexandria a lot because it was right there on the coast. Sorry, my eyes are draining. So it's definitely on my list. I want to go. But when, I don't know. We shall see. Okay, so we actually got our trivia question answered. So that's a good thing. What else do we want to talk about? Does anybody have any questions? We gave our shout outs. We had a really great time with our training. My voice is so going out. I guess I did want to. Okay, are you hearing me? Because it sounds like emails are going through, which means I might not have reception.
You're just getting emails. That's all.
Okay. All right. Good. It's good to know I'm not going in and out. We have some calendar of events. I guess we can announce. Let me get my calendar out. We actually do have a training on the 27th at Ambassador Training. So anybody that is with our host agency, definitely reach out to us. The 27th, we're going to be at the Spring Creek Barbecue on 1960. We're going to be doing getting started training for anybody that's an agent with our host agency. Hey, Tristan, how are you? It's been forever since I've talked to her. I guess we could talk about our fundraisers that are going on right now. You're not going to be able to see mine right unless I go from a different view. So I'm going to do a different view on mine. If I can remember how to do it. Don't freeze me. Okay. So, yeah, I did it. So here is my fundraiser cruise that I'm doing. You can't see it?
No, it's not clear. It's like pixelated.
I can see it perfectly. Maybe it'll come in. I think it has to upload a little bit or something sometimes. So my group cruise goes out November the 10th through the 17th of 2019. It is a Veterans Day cruise. It is a fundraiser cruise, which means Carnival gives so much money per person per day or per cabin per day. I'm not exactly sure how that goes. To the organization that you are raising money for. So definitely reach out to me if you're interested in going on this cruise. It is a organization that is near and dear to my heart. If anybody knows, my oldest son is a disabled veteran with PTSD, and he has actually utilized Camp Hope. So it is a great, great, great cause. So if you have any questions about my cruise, please reach out to me. The 25 per person placeholder deposit is due by the 15th, which is coming up next week. So reach out to me. So that's mine. Lisa, talk about yours.
And I basically very recently began to discuss. I am a survivor of domestic violence, and I am on the board of a nonprofit organization called Cultivate Courage. And we advocate for victims of sexual assault, child abuse, and domestic violence. So my fundraiser cruise is to advocate victims of child abuse, sexual assault, and domestic violence. And $56 from each cabin that is booked goes to Cultivate Courage, which is something that's important to me, very big to me, and it's the exact same cruise as Melissa.
Yes, we'll all be on the same ship.
We'll all be one big happy family on there. Everybody's going to be talking about what's important to them and what's close to their heart. And this is a cause that's close to mine. I mean, so if you ever wanted to, contribute in any kind of way, why not go cruise the Caribbean for a good cause, So if you're whatever passion that you have, whether it's for PTSD veterans or for domestic violence, sexual assault, or child abuse, join us on the cruise and have a great time. I mean, what better way to donate money than to, have a good time while on a cruise? And, if I'm on a cruise, we're having fun. So join us.
Yes, ma'am. And the cruise is a 7-day cruise. It leaves Galveston November the 10th, returns November the 17th. We're going to Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and Cozumel, and then coming back. I think it's Jamaica first. There's the Cayman Islands first. I think it's Jamaica, Cayman Islands, and then Cozumel, and then come back is what it is. So we are excited. My whole family is going. And a lot of friends and some new friends. So I'm excited. I can't wait to go. I can't wait to be able to present something to Camp Hope. They did so much for my son that I'm excited to be able to give something back, as I know you are as well. So definitely reach out to either one of us. We're actually on the same ship. So if you want to go on a cruise and spend time with Lisa and myself, this is a good one to go on. So why not reach out to one of us and we will hook you up. So that is our cause for right now. The two. If you're interested if you're an agent and you're interested in getting started training, the 17th of October, not 17th, 27th of October at Spring Creek Barbecue on 1960 training. Also, if you're an agent from my team, there'll be a training at my house this Saturday. So please come and reach out to me and I'll fill you in on that so we can get more information to you. What else? What am I missing? Lisa, we have 10 minutes. What am I missing?
Guys, if you're able to attend this training whatsoever, please do so. It is a dynamic training. You will walk away from this training with so much information. And what I always say is, if you're this close to quitting and you go to this training, you will walk out with enough nuggets to get your business going for another year. I promise this is a training that you do not want to miss.
And I agree with her, and not because we're presenting, because we are showing you, the best way to launch, but we're also sharing our experience. And I think that is something that's really valuable, because, I tell everybody we've done the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we know what to do as well as what not to do. So we can help you to avoid mistakes that we've made as much as we can. Now, everybody's going to make mistakes from time to time, but what better way to keep you from making some of the big ones than learning by someone that did along the way. So definitely we share our experiences. We share where we've been. We share what works. We share what doesn't work. And we enjoy and have a good time while we're at it. So definitely come out if you're interested. If you tuned in and you're looking for a vacation, we talked about different times it's good to travel. We do everything available in travel. We can pretty much do it. Reach out to us. We can help. I learned some new things this week through some new clients. I learn something new every week because I try something new all the time. So definitely reach out to us and we can help you book. If you ever thought that this might be something you're interested in doing and you're curious, reach out to us, either one of us, and we can help you and give you information as well. We're able to help you with an inexpensive as well as luxury. I mean, whatever it is that you're looking for, we can help you out with it. So definitely, hey, Carrie, I'm losing my voice. So definitely reach out to us with questions, PM us, instant message, call, text, whatever works for you. And we can get back to you with whatever information that you need. If there is a topic that you're really interested in, tell us that too, and we can get information. We're going to start having actual other people besides ourselves, BDMs, business development managers, vendors, other agents, different people on the show. We just have not coordinated all of that yet because we just started doing the show again. So if there's something you're looking for that you want more information on, tell us, send a message, and we will get with the people that we know and see what we can do about getting someone like that on the show. I definitely am going to reach out to Jessica and Mr. Ferrara this week through email to find out what their schedules are like and see if we can get one of them on the show soon. I know both of them are very, 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 very busy. So I don't know, how quickly that will happen, but I will definitely give it a shot. So I think that's about all I'm going to be able to do with my throat because I am almost completely gone here, and we only have 6 minutes left. So
take some medicine.
I know. I do not know what's causing it to be this way, but it's just not getting any better for some reason. So, okay, Lisa, got anything you want to wrap up with?
No, pretty much you said everything. I mean, I want you guys to know that you can reach out to us. Even if, if you feel more comfortable reaching out to Alyssa, or if you feel more comfortable reaching out to me, message us, call us, text us, however it is that you want to reach out to us, because we want to hear from you. We want to hear everything. We want to hear your comments. We want to hear what you think we could do or what not do. We want your feedback, because this is what we do this for you. We do this to get the information to you and to let you have more education about destinations and booking travel, so that you can get out of your box a little bit. We're trying to help you out of your box. We want you to go somewhere.
Definitely want you to go somewhere, and definitely want you to experience more. I mean, that's actually the whole reason I started doing this, was for the experiences. So definitely ask the questions. Let us know what you need, what you want, what you're interested in, so that we can get that information for you. So I think we're going to wrap up. I don't think anybody has any questions. I haven't seen anything.
No, I don't see any questions.
So tune in next week. I'm going to pull together, some more information, and tune in to see what the topic's going to be. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. Wow. I forgot to end the live stream.